what happens when a Star Wars Microfighter and a police truck combine and get turned into a mech? Well, you get this guy. His name's Navy. Let me show you how I made him. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Reforge, where we take ordinary builds and turn them into legendary mechs. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. Click all the buttons. Stay in tune because we got a lot of good builds coming your way. Today, we don't have to do a dice roll because the only two that we have left are Plo Koon's mini fighter and the police truck. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually really excited about this because my favorite color is navy blue, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Remember, we're not focusing on the regular builds anymore. I'm gonna jump straight into how I would build this mech, and I'm gonna take you along for the journey. Let's get started. Okay, so I might have got carried away while I was building and I didn't stop in between to show you guys what I was doing. So let's go through the individual parts and then we'll talk about them. First up, here are the legs. As you can see, Plo Koon's lightsaber is the power source holding him, making him able to go back and forth like that. We don't have any ankle movement, but they're pretty sturdy on their feet there. We got this kind of design. It's pretty symmetric. I think it's 100% symmetric on both sides, and it stands up really nice. Let's get into the next piece. Okay, after that comes the cabin. That is gonna look like this. I know it's kind of wonky, but trust me, when it comes together, it looks super cool. The pieces are kind of weird all over the place, but I tried to make it as symmetric as possible. We got our little guy up in there. It's got the little gate holding him up. I think it's a police officer. Yeah, it is a police officer. It's a police truck. Yeah, I think it looks good. The lightsabers are part of the arms. It's super symmetrical except for one little piece. And if you see it here, let me know. Maybe you win something if you can tell me what's asymmetrical about this. Yeah, so here's the cabin. For the arms, they're just direct copies of one another. I actually was a little concerned about whether or not they were going to be able to be symmetric. Because that's really important, especially when building. You want to be able to have, you know, at least semi 80-90% equal sides and then variations, you know, whenever you do that. However, yeah, these guys are perfectly symmetrical. The guns move and they fire. They got little blasters in there that comes from the Microfighter there, and that's the arms. All right, let's go ahead and assemble this guy so we can see the final product all together. Gotta snap this part together. It's only on one hinge, as you can see, so you gotta kind of center it so you get the perfect balance so he's not toppling over. There we go. As you can see, the legs are sturdy. He naturally wants to lean forward. It's kind of heavy. That's why I made the back a little bit heavier to make it balanced. And then let's go ahead and put these arms on. We got this like decorative part of the arms facing back. We did have an idea for like an extra weapon going right there with one of these pieces to attach on, but it just looked weird, way too close right there, so we got rid of that. Here's the other arm. We got the lightsaber hilts holding up these two blasters. And here he is. What do you think? I'm liking what we got right here. Beautiful add to the collection. Okay, so we are all finished with the Plo Koon Microfighter plus the police truck. I like the way he turned out. It looks a little clunky on camera because his base is so freaking big. But other than that, from the side profile, I think it looks really cool. Side profile. Maybe, what if we take this off? Does that look better on cam? Maybe the little, nah, it still looks a little clunky. Either way, I do like this design. Up close, it looks a lot better, trust me. In person, it looks a lot better. Maybe you could pick one up, pick one of these sets up, make one yourself. What would you do differently? It was really difficult because we didn't have a lot of movable pieces that were like standalone, like the arms here. It's like it's a 4 block like up, down, 1x4, and then the pieces, and there's 2 different hinges. So it was kind of weird trying to figure out how to incorporate that. But I think we did a good job putting this all together and making this mech here. So I think we're gonna name him, sorry guys, I think it's gonna be simply Navy. Because of all the navy blue pieces. I couldn't have, planned that out even better. Both of those sets having navy blue as like their accent color, with the white even for both of them too. It was kind of crazy that it worked out like that. But yeah, ultimately, I like what we came up with. And I'm trying to figure out what we'll do next week. But I'll see you then. Don't forget, build to play, respect the table, and win by creating. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.